do you up do it next year? Like this year, actually.
Yeah.
July
Oh,
27th.
there's so much. When we ended the event, we like put together a document of everything that needs to be improved for next year, and it was like a multi-page document.
We yeah, that's what we did.
Oh, we sure did.
Yeah, things to work on for
It
next
was
year.
equal effort
This
between
thing-
all three of us.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot to improve. There's like the production's gonna be a lot better. We're gonna have bigger DJs out this year.
We're pushing for more special effects too. Like this year, we weren't allowed to have flames. I really want them. There's like these. They're called 5 masters, which can shoot like
that's sick.
which would be yeah. And like there's like I'll show you guys at some point, but you can shoot like these flames, kind of like in an X right in front of the DJ booth.
throw it up like
something like that. Yeah, I'll find something.
You want to see it on? Can you throw up? There's a salamander, right?
It's called a 5 master.
A 5 master.
Five master.
Yeah. I think
They'll be pretty sick.
5 master like pyro or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
like confetti cannons we didn't have last year.
Yeah, like that one right there in the bottom.
Not the giant shit.
Yeah, we're planning on putting that on the
Yeah.
stage.
Okay, do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
like
like
having that
that.
go up.
Because you can program them. Like they don't have to shoot all 5. You can shoot them like different kind of. Anyways, I really want that. We're pushing hard to get different special effects. You know, we're like the quality of the speakers and everything like that. Everything's going up.
Also, like the programming and like what you could actually do at the festival as well.
Yeah.
Like with sponsor, a lot of the thing with sponsors last year too, they wanted a track record. They said,
Yeah.
well, how are we going to give you money and like
Have
in
no
kind
idea.
donations when we have no way of measuring, no statistics on like what you actually know data. So this year, like we're actually like able to like probably get more and like have more programming, like have more things to do so that when you're there's the music, but there's the entirety like of the festival vibe.
There'll
as
be
well.
other things. Like one of the things we're actually talking about. This is not a sponsored thing directly, but we want to have a Pong tournament at Lakeside a little bit earlier in the day. Give people something to do. I mean, we had Pong upstairs actually. There's like a whole nother section that's not shown in the video there, but we had Pong up there. But we want to do like an actual cash prize. We're thinking like $1,000, split that across the top 3 teams. Like,
$1,000.
there's nothing gonna be happening on the lake that day anyway. So
Yeah.
just like get over yourself
Yeah,
on the Lakeside
100%.
life, you know?
Yeah, prove.
Like, seriously.
You play Pong for free all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Go make some money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and stuff like that, and then just like games, like
Make it more
various
interactive,
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like
Samples.
legalities in terms of what you can do on the actual water?
Well, so
Nothing.
our property line it stops before the like kind of like along the water. So
okay.
Yeah.
it's one of those things where like technically it's open water and
Okay.
you can do whatever it is that you want to do there. If you're like because boats will be kind of coming in, dropping people off or parking and stuff because there is boat parking.
Right.
If you're in a dangerous spot, the police might ask you to move, but like it's the water. It's you can kind of do whatever it is that you want there, I suppose. But
Okay.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's as much as about the legalities. It's more so, well, liability, but more
Safety,
just not
yeah.
wanting people to get hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got water and
You
you got liquor, and
yeah.
now you got someone that drowned in your first year, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be
So no, we definitely avoided that.
Yeah.
So going into this year, what's the goal? Like I'm sure that the goal was like last year to put on the best festival you can. But what's the goal this year?
I think just to have a lot more things. Like I mentioned earlier, they set our cap at 1,200 people.
Yeah.
But it's a massive venue, so you could fit 1,200 people in the tent, and it's still.
And
It
there'd
doesn't
still
look
be
empty,
room.
but it looks,
Yeah.
like there's still a lot of room. So
Yeah, like triple it. And it still looked like you could put more people in.
yeah, you could easily fit 2,500 people in that whole space they gave us.
Because we've not just the tent, like we built like 1,000 feet of perimeter fence
Yeah.
in like a semicircle almost. Like it was actually like they've had some fairs there kind of where they've built some larger fencing, but in terms of like actual events, ours is the largest in terms of actual. Like we had to get like special provisions to get like extended beyond that, and they're like, well, why do you want that? I was like, because I want it. I'm just shut up about it. Yeah, there's just yeah.
That's the process.
But,
Yeah,
but to sum it up,
exactly.
like we just want more of everything that was there last year, right?
Yeah.
So like we had the Pong last year, nobody knew about it. Let's make people know about it, right?
Yeah.
We had food trucks last year. Well, people wanted more options, so let's get them more options. We had some activations. We had some sponsors there. Well,
Yeah, like
there
we had,
wasn't
like,
enough,
sampling and
right?
stuff, yeah.
Let's get it going, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, just more all around. Yeah.
And like the big thing for us is just like the customer experience overall, which is why like one thing that we're wanting to do over Canada Day, like over that weekend, particularly probably on the 1st, is like a free Lakeside Live kind of event on Scotty's Beach there. We were considering doing it this year. It kind of fell through last minute, unfortunately, but we would set up like kind of like a tent there, a little DJ deck, a little bit of sponsoring kind of thing, and just play some music. Because on Canada Day, like there's like hundreds of people that go to that beach. They party there all day long. It's like, hey, do you want to come just like listen to music for free? You know what I mean? Just like promote the event, just kind of put on like a positive overall atmosphere and whatnot. So like the big goal for us this year is great customer experience. You know, every year, every festival, you want to like push up the attendance and everything like that. Of course. And just overall, every kind of aspect of every quality aspect along the line, we want to push that up.
Where do you see this in like 5-10 years, Lucian?
5-10 years from now, I think this year is going to be almost a bigger year than last year to some degree, because we really want to
we have to take a step forward.
we have to take a step forward. We have to hype it up. We have to like always like moving forward. But and then year 3, like kind of the similar thing. But I think once we establish like really what it's going to be, like obviously we're going to always want to innovate and kind of like make it bigger, better. Like what can we do? But I think in 3-4 years we're going to really have like a set like what works, what everyone loves, and how to make it an incredible festival where like other editions, like we almost think of everything, but obviously there's more to think about. But like almost like a turnkey festival would be incredible. Like in 5 years or 10 years time, like 6 years time, we have relationships with all of these people. We have a name for ourselves. We already do have a name for ourselves somewhat in the industry as well. Because when we were in Amsterdam, we went to Hardwell's
like
private label party, like where Hardwell was there too. It's like one of the biggest DJs in the world, and people knew us from
because the artists talked about it, because they just had a really great time about it.
Yeah, so like the DJ, like Zuda and Nuzb and like everyone, like some of them had even seen our after movie because they were sharing stuff.
Lucian
like that.
hit the Stamped Records is like Martin Garrix's label. We got invited to go there with Nuzb at one point when we were in Amsterdam, and Lucian hit the Stamped Records door manager in the head with a door by accident right before he ended, like a minute or two before he ended up walking into the studio to listen to Nuzb's songs to determine if they're good enough to be on the label. And then he walks in.
Guys, chill. He's the boss. This is the boss. This is the
and then I'm looking, Lucian just tells me this story like a minute before. I was like, oh my God. But then even he was like, oh, you guys are the guys from Canada. Yeah, like I saw some of your promos and stuff like that.
So like that, having that after a year is incredible. Like having that after 2 years, I think we'll be able to like build it up a little bit more. But I'd love like in 5 years when we email a DJ, like where there's no questions, it's like, hey, like, oh yeah, like that sounds incredible. Like I've heard of you. Like we don't even need all of the past stuff and stuff, because our reputation will speak for itself. And then that's like, and then the relationship with like even the companies that do the fencing, the companies that do the porta potties, the companies that do the security, the companies that do the insurance, the companies that do.
You don't have to list
like everything. Yeah, like, well, I'm just saying there's a
go
lot
through the expense sheet.
There's a lot that goes into it, like all of these people, but building those relationships and just being able to send a text like, hey, we want the same thing as last year. This is the day, it's done, and you don't have to have 10 meetings regarding it and stuff like that. So that'd be pretty incredible.
We also just want to expand the whole venue, right?
Yeah.
We want to expand a perimeter. 1 tent along the water, super dope. But what if we had 2 tents? What if we had a third tent, right? Like
I mean, even last year we discussed potentially doing a second kind of stage activation, and I think that beyond that, I think it'd be pretty cool to have Lakeside Live kind of become like a staple event in Kenora itself. Like, you know, they have some kind of like smaller market events where they shut down a big street and whatnot, and people come, they sell things, they kind of have, you know, hot dog stands and whatnot. I think it would be pretty cool, like maybe in 5 years or so, to have it be kind of like Lakeside Live weekend, where people come out, spend, like there's other things kind of happening, people plan other events, like not like a music festival, but kind of like, you know, other kind of setups in Kenora, other activations, people coming from different places in northwestern Ontario. Because we did radio advertising from the Manitoba border to like Thunder Bay, and we had some friends actually out in Thunder Bay that reached out because they heard about it. And so I think it'd be pretty cool to make make Lakeside Live become kind of like just a staple event of the whole thing. You know, we have like we're partners with all the places in Kenora for food, you know, like for alcohol, there's different kind of options on what you can do. And I think that it'd be really cool to even sell kind of like a package deal where you can kind of come, you stay in a hotel, you have your tickets, there's a case of beer in the fridge. And like, if you want to rent a jet ski for the day, these are our preferred partners. If you want to go on a boat cruise or something like that,
Yeah.
here's the MS Kenora, or you can do a private charter or whatever kind of fits your budget, whatever you can kind of make work. But yeah, like kind of build it into such a thing that, like, I mean, I think right now we're on the right side with a lot of the people and businesses in Kenora, because just in general, having this kind of an event, people go to the restaurants, they're always full. Like the day of, they were slammed. People were on the patios drinking and everything like that. But eventually, where every kind of business in Kenora can have a benefit from us having it, they love that. They want the festival to come back, and I mean, it's part of our community as well. So like like having something cool like that in Kenora, especially like being the people that put it on, like, it feels pretty good to kind of like just drive everything up together.
Yeah, to have like an economic boom.
Yeah, for everybody
during that weekend
Yeah.
too. Like, would be really sweet to see everyone.
Yeah,
You guys,
And-
everyone's going there.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
also,
Oshiega who, yeah.
yeah, 85,000 people who. Another thing, which is really, oh really? 160,000 people who. All right. But the fact that it is like such a beautiful venue, like we talked about, on the lake, on like that you really can't find anywhere else. Like I've never seen it really anywhere. People I knew were like flying from Calgary. People I didn't know were flying in from places because they liked the artist and they wanted to like experience it.
Yeah.
So something like that, like people, I could see it truly being like a destination, like premier festival too, where people.
Our friend came from New Zealand too.
Yeah, our friend came.
And next year we
yeah.
have more friends coming from New
Yeah,
Zealand.
yeah. Our friend came from New Zealand. He's bringing his like friends from New Zealand because they want to experience too.
Yeah.
All